Except for the gray hair, he looks much the same. He looks great. He's taken off some weight, and he has no wrinkles. It's amazing. OJ is OJ, no matter what. It's been almost 9 years that he's been behind bars, and yet he really hasn't changed that much. He still has this unbeatable confidence in himself and in who he is and what his story is. And so when he tells the story of what happened in Las Vegas, he tells it that he was set up, that he didn't plan to bring any guns, that he was basically a victim of people who testified against him to get a get-out-of-jail-free card. And I think to some extent, I covered that trial, and to some extent he's right. But he was responsible for setting it up. And they really didn't go into that because under Nevada law, they really didn't have to consider the crime at all. The question was how he had done in prison. And was he reformed? And was he rehabilitated? And would he hurt anybody on the outside? And all of that, the answers are, he is rehabilitated. He's not going to hurt anybody. And he was a perfect prisoner. I think he will move to Florida. He has a close friend there that I think is arranging his lodgings. He doesn't have his house there anymore. I understand he lost it while he was inside. But his daughter Arnell is there, and it's a place he likes. He has friends there. Whether they're still there or not, I don't know. After 9 years, do I expect him to be out golfing? Not really. He was one of the great American heroes, and he wound up being the most famous person, the most famous American ever charged with murder. That's pretty big. And so he is, you noticed with the hearing yesterday that during the hearing, everybody was tuned in on television. It was like the OJ trial again. And everybody is still interested in this guy. He was ours. He was our hero. And he belonged to America. And I think America still feels a kinship with him in some way. He obviously does not admit that he committed those murders. He's told me, if he's told me once, he's told me 100 times, I didn't do it. But, there were other conflicts in his life. Obviously, the domestic violence with Nicole. He's still a very charming person. He had them laughing at one point. He's very confident. I think that whatever he has created in his own mind as his image is probably still what he has, except that now he's an ex-felon, and he has to deal with that.